In a move that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, ABC has pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live from its late-night lineup indefinitely. The decision comes after host Jimmy Kimmel made controversial on-air remarks referencing conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, sparking a wave of outrage, debate, and speculation about the future of one of television's most enduring late-night shows. The breaking point. Kimmel, who has long been known for his sharp political humor and willingness to wade into heated cultural debates, made comments earlier this week while discussing the recent tragic death of Charlie Kirk. During a segment that mixed his usual blend of satire and candid reflection, the host veered into territory that critics deemed insensitive, while supporters argue it was mischaracterized by media outlets and taken out of context. According to insiders, ABC executives convened an emergency meeting shortly after the episode aired. The network has since confirmed that Jimmy Kimmel Live will be temporarily removed from broadcast scheduling while an internal review is conducted. Though ABC has not provided a timeline for when, or if, the show will return, the phrase, indefinitely, has left fans and industry analysts questioning whether this could mark the end of Kimmel's decades-long run in late night. A legacy on the line. Since premiering in 2003, Jimmy Kimmel Live has been a cornerstone of ABC's late-night programming. Kimmel, once known primarily as the co-host of The Man Show and Win Ben Stein's Money, transformed into one of the most recognized and trusted late-night personalities. His combination of irreverent comedy, emotional monologues, and viral sketches made him a household name. But in recent years, Kimmel's identity as a late-night host has shifted toward being a political voice. He famously delivered tearful monologues on healthcare after his son's life-saving surgery, took bold stances on gun violence following mass shootings, and often clashed with right-wing politicians and pundits, including Donald Trump, Tucker Carlson, and, most recently, Charlie Kirk. For ABC, this pivot has been a double-edged sword. Kimmel's outspoken style won him praise from progressives and mainstream media, but also alienated conservative viewers and invited repeated calls for boycotts. The Charlie Kirk comments, it seems, were the final straw for executives worried about backlash. The backlash. The response to Kimmel's comments was immediate and polarizing. Clips of the monologue went viral within hours, with critics accusing him of dancing on the grave of Kirk, while defenders argued that Kimmel was attempting to critique Kirk's political legacy, not celebrate his death. Right-wing media outlets pounced on the story, amplifying outrage across social media platforms. Hashtags calling for ABC to cancel Kimmel trended alongside counter hashtags supporting the comedian's right to free speech. Even some of Kimmel's late-night peers weighed in. Stephen Colbert reportedly called Kimmel privately to express support, while Bill Maher, known for his own controversial humor, publicly defended him, saying, "Comedy doesn't work if we start policing what you can say about public figures after they're gone." Still, advertisers were said to be skittish, and with mounting pressure from advocacy groups, ABC likely saw little choice but to act swiftly. What ABC is saying. In its official statement, ABC emphasized that the move was not a cancellation, but rather a pause in production while the network reviews the incident and determines appropriate next steps. Jimmy Kimmel has been a valued member of the ABC family for over 2 decades, the statement read. We recognize the significant contributions he has made to late-night television and to the cultural conversation. At the same time, we must ensure that our programming upholds standards that reflect the values of our network and our audience. Behind the scenes, however, insiders suggest tensions have been building for months. ABC has been under pressure from its parent company, Disney, to avoid controversy while navigating ongoing challenges in advertising revenue. Pulling Jimmy Kimmel Live may have been less about the specific comments and more about broader concerns over risk management. The silence from Kimmel. Kimmel himself has remained uncharacteristically quiet since the suspension. Normally quick to address controversies with either humor or heartfelt explanation, he has not issued a formal statement on the matter. His official social media accounts have gone silent, and even his usually outspoken wife, Molly McNearney, who also serves as co-head writer on the show, has declined to comment. Some industry insiders believe Kimmel is weighing his options. At 57, he has often hinted that he might not stay in late night forever. He recently signed a contract extension with ABC through 2026, but if relations sour, he could negotiate an early exit or pivot to streaming platforms that would give him greater creative freedom. The future of late night without Kimmel. If ABC decides to permanently shelve Jimmy Kimmel Live, it would mark a seismic shift in the late night landscape. Alongside Colbert, Fallon, and Myers, Kimmel has been one of the big four faces of modern late night. Losing him would leave ABC scrambling to fill the gap. Some possible scenarios being floated include guest hosts. ABC could test a rotating lineup of celebrities or comedians in Kimmel's timeslot, gauging audience reactions before committing to a permanent replacement. A new voice. With shifting viewing habits, ABC might take the opportunity to launch a new late-night host from a younger generation, perhaps someone like Amber Ruffin or Hassan Minhaj. Reformatting. ABC could pivot entirely, replacing traditional late night with something closer to variety, sketch comedy, or even a streaming simulcast to appeal to younger demographics. Industry and fan reaction. The entertainment world remains divided. Some argue that ABC's move is an overreaction and a dangerous precedent for free speech in comedy. Others insist that public figures must be held accountable, even in satire, when addressing sensitive topics like death. Fans have flooded social media with divided reactions. Supporters of Kimmel are calling for ABC to reinstate him immediately, while detractors insist they will boycott the network until he is permanently removed. Meanwhile, streaming services such as Netflix and Amazon are said to be watching closely, with speculation that Kimmel could be courted for a looser, uncensored platform if ABC ultimately parts ways with him. A crossroads moment. Whether Jimmy Kimmel Live returns to the airwaves or not, the controversy underscores the precarious balance networks face in 2025. Comedy, politics, and cultural sensitivity increasingly collide in ways that make it nearly impossible to satisfy all audiences. For Jimmy Kimmel, this could be a painful pause in a celebrated career, or the catalyst for his next big chapter. For ABC, it's a gamble with high stakes, alienating one side of the cultural divide while trying to appease the other. One thing is certain, the late-night world will be watching closely.